What's up, tribe? You guys, we are here. We have a special treat today. I'm going to be interviewing one of my boos. Y'all know I always love and support the Chase and Reality brand. So today I have Andre Hammonds with us today. I'm going to let him come up and tell you guys who he is and what he's all about. Hey, Lexi Boo. Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Andre. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am good. So listen, for my people who are used to me coming early, Andre is on the West Coast, honey. So we had to figure out a good time that works for him and me because he's out there getting that shmoney. So we had to work it out. But Andre is on the West Coast. So for those of you who are not familiar, I first met Andre through Chasing Reality. He was one of the stars of Chasing LA. They had 2 seasons, hopefully a third, and Dario. Hint, hint. So tell the people a little bit about, if they didn't see Chasing LA. I know a little bit about you. You showed us a lot on Chasing LA, but tell the people a little bit about you, what you do, how you get started, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Hey guys, everybody at home. My name is Andre, aka All About Andre. And I am a fashion stylist, a multimedia personality, and a recording artist as of recently. And just totally a jack of all trades. I know a lot of people became familiar with me from the Chase of Reality platform, but outside of that, I have been on many reality TV shows like the Look All Stars, which is a makeover competition series that I competed on. I've been featured on the Real Housewives in the past, as well as the Shade Room, and just lots of content that's out there in the world.
And we saw you acting a fool down to the Judge Mathis show with King Payne. We saw it.
Yep, I forgot I was acting a fool down to Judge Mathis. I forgot about that.
Y'all, yeah, that was fun though. That was fun. Y'all were funny. So I first was introduced to you through the Chasing Reality brand. And for people who are not familiar with Chasing Reality is a web-based series that is focused on LGBTQIA people of color, mostly of color. I know on your cast we did have will.i.am, which not will.i.am, Lord, I said will.i.am.
William the Baddest.
William the Baddest, right? Who is not a person of color, but generally speaking, most of the platforms on Chasing Reality highlight people of color. And on your cast, you guys have some really, we always talk about the hustle, but you guys have some really, really some hustlers on your cast. You had Nicole Hare, who we know is a celebrity hairstylist. You have Hershey LaCour Jate, who just recently competed on RuPaul's Drag Race. We have King Fly I, who is a battle rapper. So you guys have definitely had a packed cast. And even William the Baddest, who was on Zeus, and he's been on other things as well. So I think he on something else. He was on Zeus, and he was on
Catfish.
Else.
MTV Catfish.
Yes, Catfish. So you guys, do you think it's because y'all are in LA that a lot of you guys were sort of in that space? Or, I mean, I'm not knocking y'all's hustle, but what do you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, living in LA that's just the culture here. Like most people work in some type of creative space. Obviously, like, film, TV, entertainment, all of that is just a major part of the LA dynamic. And I myself, up until this year, I had been 100% working in entertainment for about 5 to 6 years. And that just comes with its own set of challenges, its own set of, grind kind of like mentality that sometimes is beneficial. And sometimes, for your mental health, it can be not always like a great thing. But I think just because of where we're at, there just happens to be a lot of people that were in the entertainment space already.
Okay, so tell me a little bit, like, where are you from? How, like, are you a LA? Are you born and raised LA, or did you migrate to the West Coast? Tell us a little bit about Andre.
Yes, so I grew up in Tennessee. I was born and raised in a small town right outside of Memphis called Somerville, Tennessee. That's where I spent, my early childhood up until my late teens, and then I moved to Nashville, which is where I went to college at. I went to Tennessee State University.
Okay.
Probably when I was in about the 8th grade, I met my grandparents, and my grandfather already lived in LA. So from about 8th grade up until the time that I graduated high school, I would come out to LA for summers, for spring break. I would just spend a lot of time here. So fast forward to about 2013 or 2014, right around the time my mom was passing away with breast cancer, I just kind of made the decision that like I think now it's time for me to like make that. And I didn't necessarily know that I wanted to be in entertainment. I studied fashion merchandising in college because I thought I was going to work like in corporate retail, maybe be like a buyer, a merchandise planner or something in that world. And while I was in college, we had a club called the Fashion Guild. I joined the Fashion Guild, and that's when I learned more about like modeling and styling and all the other creative jobs that were out there that I wasn't really so versed with. So I joined Fashion Guild and I started modeling. I secured representation in Nashville. So I was working like bridal campaigns, trade shows. I was really kind of getting like a little bit of work in LA. And in Nashville, and I was like, maybe I could do this when when I get to LA. So moved to LA, I met a fashion stylist, and that's how I got into styling. That person was like, hey, like I'm working on a shoot. If you want to come and assist me, you can learn this side of the business as well. So I took that opportunity, and just from there, I just started to style.
Oh wow. Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you do like individual people, or do you just strictly sort of do like shows and movie sets and stuff like that?
Well, now I would say primarily I mostly do just shows and movie sets. In the beginning, when I first started, I was more working with like individual people. I think at the time I was working with Gauche, who now is on Bold and Bougie, but at the time she was on LA Hair. She was on LA
Yeah, I
Hair
remember
with
LA Hair.
yes. So during that time, I was working with her, and then I started working with Diamond from Crime Mob because they were doing Sisterhood of Hip Hop in LA. And so just early on, I got into the TV space. And then from there, I started actually working in film, and I found for me, more than like putting together pretty outfits, I like character development. There's a lot of technical pieces about doing wardrobe for movies. Like you have to know how to keep continuity. You have to learn how to apply blood and distress the clothing. And some of the technical pieces were pieces that I was really strong in. So I just grew a love for film.
Well, can you send a little bit of that love over to the Tyler Perry Studios? Okay, because they need your help.
Call me, okay? Tyler Perry Studios, call me.
So, and that's all tea, all shade. Sorry, not sorry. But anyway, that's me. That's not Andre Tyler. That's me. You call Andre. Okay, so how did you link up with the Chasing brand? How did you get involved? And that's going to take us into what you have some a really big upcoming project. But how did you get linked up with the Chasing brand?
It's really crazy. I'm telling you, the timeline was crazy because I think I don't know. I think I followed like Q already, and Q was posting about Chasing Atlanta, but I think Chasing Dallas was actually on. So he was posting about Chasing Atlanta, and I'm like, what is this? What is this show? And so when I looked at it, went and searched it on YouTube, and then of course the Chasing reality platform popped up, and some of the shows popped up. This is at like the height of the pandemic, like right before the pandemic, actually, because I had gone to do Fox Soul with Claudia Jordan.
Yeah.
And this was like season 1 of Fox Soul. And so they were still doing people in studio. So I had got a chance to go in studio, be interviewed by Claudia Jordan. We had done like a holidays type of segment, and I was posting the content, and Q ended up messaging me. And he was basically like, hey, I'm going to be moving to LA soon. We're thinking about doing Chase in LA. I think you'd be perfect for it. And so I kind of that would have been November. Of course, the pandemic started right around January, February. So after that time, I started like looking at the content, familiarizing ourselves with it, and they were starting the audition process. And funny story, I almost didn't do it because my email got full. So they had been emailing me and reaching out to me, but I wasn't getting any of the communications. So I had missed the in-person auditions. Yeah, I had missed the in-person auditions. I had missed like a lot of the communications that they was trying to have with me. But one day I got a phone call. I was getting ready to walk into a house party. I got a phone call, and it was from Blake Marie. And she was like, we've been trying to contact you. We haven't been able to get in touch with you. We want you to do the show. Filming is going to start in like a week. But if you want to do it, then we'll go ahead and add you to the cast. And I was like, sure, like I'm down. And that's all she wrote.
I was gonna say, because you were definitely one of the characters that we loved to hate on the show. And when I say hate, I don't mean it in that word, but I mean in the TV world. You were definitely that character. You knew how to get the party started. Probably the most memorable. If y'all have never looked at Chasing Reality, Chasing LA, all you have to do is go to episode 1, season 1, and go to Andre and official King Payne arguing, and you did the Missy Elliott, baby. That is legendary. Like that moment, that is legendary. Y'all, I can't even describe it. Y'all just have to go see it. And what's funny is that you and King Payne actually are like, seems like y'all are friends now.
We are really friends now. And it's so funny because he's somebody that also just has a big personality, a big character. He has a big energy to himself. And I think just in the beginning, in any type of situation like that, where, people are stepping into this space for the first time, and, everybody's kind of looking to kind of create their moment and, be a standout. So I think we just truly got off on a wrong foot, but we always had a level of kind of respect for each other, if you will. Like, we would do stuff, but it would be up into a certain point. And we would say things, but it would be up into a certain point, But by the time that we had resolved the LLC issue and decided that we were going to go do the Judge Mathis thing, at that point, I just had an immense amount of respect for him just as a person. I met his mom, his family, who are all just lovely people that have always been kind to me. And King Payne himself is just a really kind individual. You know what I'm saying? So we had the best time in Chicago. We had so much fun. And I love and respect him to death,
I do. I move in these YouTube spaces, and I really like King Payne. And one thing I will say about your cast, I'll say this about your cast, and I will say this about Chasing Dallas. And yes, I'm biased. For the people who will be like, I am biased. But one thing I will say about those two casts is that you guys honestly get it when it comes to what we do as far as reviewing the show. Like when Abby and I went to the reunion and we met you guys in LA, everybody was so cool. Everybody was so sweet. It was nothing but love. Nobody was side-eyeing us. Nobody was like, oh, you said this in your review. Like, it was none of that. And because I think you just really get it. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing. It was the same thing with when I met the Chase and Dallas cast. Like, there was no problems. It was all love, even if, we might have joked about some stuff or whatever. So it was really sweet. It was really nice meeting you guys. I think at the reunion, that was me chasing you at the reunion.
Chasing you was, I was like, you was my person at the reunion. And I'm gonna tell you, I was just the most mad that because I had that wardrobe malfunction, I didn't get to come and interview with you guys. I was like the last person to come out to the set, and I was so mad about that because I love and respect you and Abby. I think you guys are so amazing. I think that you guys, in my opinion, there are people out there that report on the stuff, but they do it in a thoughtful way. Like, I don't feel like whether I had a good episode or a bad episode, I never felt bashed by you guys. I never felt personally attacked. I do think there are those type of creators out there that create for shock value. But to me, you guys do what it is that it's supposed to be done, because this is a machine in its entirety. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has their position to play. And I think that you guys do interviews, thoughtful interviews, well-informed interviews, and to see you guys' content evolve kind of in parallel with us. It's like we're evolving, but I'm also seeing you guys evolve as well. And to me, that's what makes it cool, because it's this community of people that are working towards a greater picture.
Yes, absolutely. And we have a good time. Like I said, we had a great time in LA. And Q was like, because we were in Vegas, and I was like, because what happened was we reached out to Hershey. Because I was like, I said, I still want to see Hershey perform. I want to see her perform. So I was like, we're going to be in Vegas. Let me see if Hershey's going to be performing somewhere. And she was like, that's the day of the reunion. I was like, what? So I reached out to Q, and he was like, come on. So it just happened to be that we just happened to be in Vegas. We got a rental because we didn't have a car. We rented a car and we just drove down to LA, and we had a good time. We did.
I am so glad. That was a reunion for the books, baby. Okay.
Child, y'all was a fool. That's what y'all were the whole day.
That was a reunion for the books. So all day long. But
all day long.
That's a moment I think about very, very fondly. Even though it was super intense, it was a hard day. You know, you have to have a lot of hard conversations. It's a lot of raw emotion. And, you know, for us at that point in time, our cast was super divided. But I
Yeah,
just
y'all
still
were. It was
always
like
look about
even
what
the
we,
couches, right? It was like this
yes,
side, that side.
it was super divided. But I always look at those moments and just think about what we were able to do as a collective, because that's the bigger picture, you know?
Agreed. Agreed. So with that being said, another cast member on the show was King Fly Eye, who actually King is one of my favorites. I love him. Okay. And people give him a hard time, but I honestly, from the first episode, I loved him. I love his aesthetic. I used to tell him in my reviews, I'd be like, "Let me get that bag. Let me get them. Let me get those. Let me get those." It's like I love him.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys have worked on a project together. You want to tell the people what y'all got going on?
Yes, The Sweet Life of Andre and the Fly King, premiering October the 31st on Chasing Reality, and it is our spin-off series. Of course, a lot of you guys that have watched the show know that we met on the show. We became fast friends. We've hosted some of the most iconic events in our season. And then we embarked on this music journey. And I think the thing that's so amazing about the show is it's super inspiring, it's uplifting, it's a feel-good series. You know, I know a lot of you guys, y'all have seen me in a lot of intense situations, but this is just like all around feel-good vibes. And for us, it was super exciting because we have been away from the audience for like, at this point, 2 years. So with that in mind, we were just excited to be able to showcase what we've been up to since we last seen you guys, and to have a series be the first people from LA to get a series, the maybe third people in total of the Chase of Reality franchise, the third or fourth people total to get a spinoff series. So big shoes to fill, but we did it humbly, and we were super excited about it.
Yeah, because I think the first person was Trey Howard. I think Trey Howard was the first one to get a spinoff, I think.
Lauren,
and then
Lauren.
Lauren, no, you're right. You're right. Lauren was the first person, and then Trey, Barbie Bankrose.
Mm-hmm. And I guess like in the mix with Twixt.
In the mix with Twixt, right? So yes, so you guys are the first LA crew to get a spinoff. So what is it that we have to look forward to with the Sweet Life? What are we gonna be, honey?
The Sweet Life is really like fun and funny. We embark on like just a lot of little quirky adventures. We do a lot of little activities. We really, I would say, like, this one for me, I was kind of focusing on like my musical journey, because like you guys, the last time I saw y'all, I had just worked on the song with Fly King, but since then I've been invited to Pride to perform. I've hosted some main stages at Pride, so I'm going to showcase a lot of that in the musical aspect. We have Carrie D popping in from Dallas on the show, so that's going to be dope. King Payne makes an appearance. From a celebrity standpoint, we got my girl Charmaine Bay, Keith Ken, who makes a performance, because you guys are going to see the Him remix play out. So I think overall, it's just really like Paris and Nicole, Luann and Sonia, like that's kind of like the vibe. Crappy Lake, Simple Life, just kind of us out doing our thing, and just kind of seeing the evolution of our friendship.
Okay. I think that's cool, and I love Charmaine. I used to review Black Ink. Well, of course, you have to. You got to, and it wouldn't be you without a moment, without an Andre moment. I love Charmaine. Yeah, I used to. I look forward to seeing that, because I reviewed Black Ink, but I follow her on social media, and I love like the things that she's done. She's got her hair care now. I love seeing her and her family, and just seeing how she's grown. I love that. So I didn't know you guys were friends. That's great. That's great.
I worked with the Black Ink crew, I think, for their season 2 and 3. Like, I initially had known, I did this photo shoot with Erica Mena, and Erica Mena's manager managed Ryan and Charmaine. So she had then reached out to
Got
me and asked me to style Ryan and Charmaine for some type of like VH1 promo thing. It was the craziest day ever. I remember I was standing around, we were having a smoke break, and it was me, Charmaine, Little Fizz, DJ Duffy, Angel Brinks. And I'm standing in this circle thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, how did I even get
right.
here? You
How
know
did
what I
I
mean?
get
Like, it
here?
was just, how did I even get here? You know, but that was the beginning of me and Charmaine and Ryan just building a working relationship. So I stopped them several times, and then I started working super closely with Kat. And that's just like now Kat and Charmaine and Ryan, they're just all people that have been super supportive. They're a huge part of my journey. And I was grateful to Charmaine for lending her time to come out and film with us, and just being a part of this experience overall. So that was pretty dope.
Oh, that's cool. So we have some cameos to look forward to. We have King Payne, Charmaine Bay from Black Ink Crew.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy you guys, I apologize, I forgot his name that quick, that you guys did the remix, the him remix to.
Ken,
Okay, yeah. So right. So that's the other thing that I saw that maybe about 6 or 7 months ago that you were dropping a single. Now I know you and King Fly y'all did a song together on the show.
Mm-hmm. The original him we did on the show.
Right. So now y'all did a remix. Y'all dropped a remix.
Yes, we dropped the remix, which you guys will see unfold on the season, the Sweet Life series. And just overall, like a lot of exciting things have happened with the original him. Like it's been played internationally. It's gonna be, we did a licensing deal, which we're gonna discuss on the show, where the song is gonna appear in a really big way in 2025. And so it's just been kind of like, it's like been one of those things where the song just kind of started to take on a life of its own and kind of do its own thing. Then once we sent it over to Kid Ken and he agreed to jump onto the remix, it was just like mind blowing.
Yeah, and I mean, because I like the song. I like the song when y'all dropped it the first time. I like the song. I like the song. And I think we talked about that at the reunion. I think we talked about that. Well, that is great. I definitely look forward to hearing what all that you guys have going on with the music. So you are just doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You have you're still doing your styling because, like I said, I follow you. And you guys make sure y'all follow Andre on Instagram. It's all about Andre, but it's all _about_ Andre. Y'all make sure y'all follow him. So I know you're still doing your styling thing. I don't mean thing like that, but you're still doing your styling. You have your music. You're still doing now you have your own series, your own web reality series. What other things can we look forward to? We're about to wrap up 2024, and Lord willing, we all see 2025. What kinds of things do you have coming up on the horizon?
It is like literally just things have been just truly in an upswing. This year was really crazy for me, B, because with the actors and writers strike that was going on in the first half of the year, just picked everything up for me because I work primarily in entertainment. I didn't have a traditional job. You know what I mean? Like that was all that I did. So it was super scary. I was working on oh my gosh, I forgot the name of the show. Double Cross. I was working on season 4 of Double Cross series, which streams on All Black, and then the strike happened, and so basically everything was just like in ghost mode. So I just kind of took some time and sharpened up on some other skills. I work in property management. I manage properties on the side, like in between my shows, because the hustle gotta in LA. That's one of those places where just as many hustles you have, the better. So this year I was able to work with Tasha Smith, which was amazing.
I love her.
I love her. She's like amazing.
Yes.
Then I got
a lot of people don't know all the things that she does, and like she's done a lot of a lot of the 50 Cent shows, and she's done her
directing.
A lot of people don't know how deep she is.
Oh, she's in it. She's deep in it. She's one of those people where you can't judge her just off of her acting roles because she's a director. She has a phenomenal acting school that she teaches. The day that we worked together is because one of my filmmaker friends got married and she was the officiant. So her and I worked closely together for the ceremonies and like doing all of that stuff. She was just a true joy to be around. I got a chance to work with Raven Simone this year. I spent 6 weeks on set with Raven Simone working on House of Vicious season 2, which is currently out on BET Plus, starring Tammy Roman, Robert Richard, directed by Raven Simone, and a gang of other people were in there. So just another humbling moment. And you know what I found funny, B, is like working on House of Vicious, there was a day where one of the background actors comes up to me and he goes, I know who you are. I watched Chasing LA. And for me, it was so mind blowing because it's like, I'm here working with Raven, somebody that we all know, but then there's somebody here that recognizes me because of what we've done on Chasing Reality. So it's just a confirmation that I feel like I'm in the spaces that I'm supposed to be in, doing the things that I'm supposed to do. And so I'm just grateful for all of those moments. So, the future is one of those things where I don't necessarily know what holds. I just kind of continue to be myself and continue to work hard. I got a chance to work with Tiffany New York Pollard this year, which is another one that I didn't see. Yes, just the hot, crazy, fun mess. But those are just all moments I could have never foreseen for myself. So I'm grateful for those opportunities. I'm continuing to work on new music. So I have some collabs with people from the Chasing Reality world. I hope to touch more Pride festivals next summer because this summer I did San Francisco Pride, Inglewood Pride, and DTLA Pride as well. So I'm trying to continue to hit the Pride circus and just work as much as possible. And hopefully season 3 of Chasing LA and season 2 of The Sweet Life.
Season 3 of Chasing LA, yes, and season 2 of The Sweet Life. So you said that so for all the people make sure you guys are subscribed to Chasing Reality over on YouTube. Just type in Chasing Reality. I don't think I have any mods in here right now, but just to Chasing Reality and it'll pop right up. Or if you just type in Chasing LA, Chasing Dallas, Chasing Atlanta, Chasing Orlando, it'll all pop up. But you guys premiere, you said October the 31st?
Yes, October 31st in just a couple days. My birthday was yesterday. The show airs.
Oh, that's right. Happy birthday. I did see that. Happy birthday.
Yes. We filmed our finale episode last week. We had an amazing party that turned out so fab. So
it
you
looks
guys
nice. Who did the party? Because everything.
Oh my God! Well, nice. We love me at Fly King. We love to plan a fabulous event. So this is, I feel like, one of our top looking ones. We planned it together.
The decorations look beautiful.
The decorations, we hired our belated balloon decorator guy that we always hire. I don't know why I can say that. He came out, just killed it. Gigantic lollipops, cupcakes with our pictures on it, drinks with our pictures on it. Like, everything was so detailed. So we had an amazing time. And lots of special guest appearances there too.
Okay. Well, I definitely will be tuned in and I'm definitely going to be looking forward to it. And what we're going to have to do is get you and King to come back through towards the end of the season and maybe we could talk. Oh, there it is right there. Thank you, Nay. Thank you, Nay. Nay my niece, she said, hi, Andre. She loves y'all, by the way. She dropped the link. So there's the link for Chasing Reality. You guys, make sure you guys are subscribed. And like I said, maybe towards the end of the season, we can get you guys to come in and sit down and we can talk about all the things that happened on the season and sort of debrief, honey, because I am looking forward to the shenanigans. I feel like it is going to be a moment.
Yes, it's gonna be fun, funny, and it's remnant of Chasing LA, but kind of a whole different vibe. And it's just funny because in those 2 years, I feel like we both are in new eras in our life, and that's why I'm like, I want to go kind of give Chasing LA one more go, say my goodbyes to the people, and just kind of get an opportunity to really bow out the correct way. So I hope we're afforded that opportunity. But aside from that, I am grateful to the platform, to Ondario, for even the opportunity to do our spinoff series. He took a chance on us, I think, at a time where people were starting to kind of count us out and write us off. And to me, it was just important and still is important to have that LA representation because I feel like our cast was dynamic. I feel like we had a lot to offer. I feel like there's a lot more to go. And I feel like, we just kind of need that moment to just really, if we're going to go, to be able to go out the right way. And so hopefully we get that moment.
I agree. I definitely feel like there's a lot of talent on y'all's cast, a lot of great people doing some really great things, which is what the Chasing platform is all about. It doesn't mean you have to have it all figured out. It doesn't mean that you're at the top of the mountain. It just means you're hustling and you're chasing something, right? And I think, when you look at when we first met Hershey LaCour, right? Yes, she was a drag queen, right? But we have seen her evolve to the point where, like you said, she ended up on RuPaul's Drag Race and all the great things that she has going on. Nicole, we knew Nicole, was a celebrity stylist, but you see she was at the Sherry Shepherd show and things like that. like I said, I follow you. I see you. I see who you be posted up with. You being very humble. I see who you posted up with, even lately. You know what I mean? And all the things y'all have going on. So I agree, and I appreciate that. Sending the love to Andario. I think sometimes it's easy to, always look for somebody else to blame. So I appreciate that. You be like, Andario, because sometimes, Andario gets beat up sometime. And I appreciate when people send the love. That's my boo. Andario's my boo. I'm biased. That's my boo. But
you know what, I love everybody, and I feel like everybody has taken a beating. So many things have happened.
I can agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like everything has happened. I feel like I just think we all just need a little bit of grace, and you have to extend a little bit of grace to get a little bit of grace. I think it's probably incredibly tough to be in Andario's shoes. You know what I mean? Like to manage this whole thing, all of these different personalities, and it's very funny because it's like people are in positions where they have to, they have a job to do, you know what I mean? But it gets tricky because then to a degree, we all are peers, and you know what I mean? So it's just sticky situations, but I think everybody's doing the best that they could do. And I think that, again, what we've all built via our time, our talents, our effort, and what Andario has created out of just being a visionary this is something that people will look back for years to come and be like, no, these were trailblazers. And I genuinely believe that.
And again, that comment wasn't in. I don't want nobody to say it wasn't towards any. It wasn't towards any person in particular. I just saying in general. I know in general. That's all I'm saying. Child, Lord, I don't want no. No. It wasn't to any one person. It was just me showing love to Andario. Okay, that's all it was. Okay,
absolutely.
All right, but Andre, thank you so much. I know we've been trying to get this East Coast West Coast time together,
and I wanted you to make sure you got the first one because you remember we talked a while ago.
And I appreciate you. Yes, we listen. I was so happy to see the promo for the show. I was so happy for you guys. You guys definitely have a personality. And I'm looking forward to all the shenanigans and all the things. And like I said, we're gonna what I'm gonna do is get Abby to come next with and get me and Abby to talk to you and King Fly towards the end of the season, so we can talk about all the shenanigans.
I'm just so emotional, but thank you. It's just it's been a journey.
Aww.
I know, like, oh my God, get emotional. It's just been a journey, putting the content together.
Oh, Andre. Oh, look at that. It's all good.
Yeah, it's just been a journey. And I'm extremely happy to be here and to share it all with you guys. And like I said, I'm just thankful to all the powers that be. Thank you, you know what I'm saying, for your support and just rooting for us along the way, because I appreciate it. And like, nobody has to do anything. So I feel like anytime people do something and it's genuine, it's from their heart, it warms me. So I have to say thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And like I said, we'll see you in a couple of weeks so we can talk about what happened. And like I said, I'm going to get Abby to come through and we'll talk. We'll link back up.
Okay.
All
right. And when I see you, next time I come to DC, I'm going to see you. I didn't know you
better hit me up.
The last time you hit me, I was like, what? So next time, I'm definitely going to make sure I see you when I get to DC.
You hit me up.
All right. Bye.
Bye, you guys. We're about to get out of here. All right.